the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math. When I hate, I attack. I'ma fight until there's nothing left. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just give me up. Don't be scared.
You ready? New music. New music right now. It's time. 2024. Let's do it.
That the brothers on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but DC where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in there. Damn man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold.
It's dribble time.
And I told them I know, cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, this ain't on the man. Facts, bro. Facts, lot of haters. Tell me where they at,
It's
though.
dribble time.
New pop, all I do is rap, though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stacks, yo.
Put that cookie down.
Everybody wanna do the same thing, yup. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah. I'm going mainstream.
Where's the lime sauce?
Damn. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? There's some new jams. The gaming Grindhouse kicking down the door. How's everybody doing out there? Shout out to everybody. This is a Game Bite Live, in the middle of the week. Hey, why not? Why not? Get all the grinders in here. Let them know that we're in here. We're going to talk a couple of topics right now. And as you can see from the thumbnails, we got two ones today for you. We're going to be talking about Studio Bend, Sony Studio Bend, been quiet, and they just said, hey, for 2024, and then says, we're cooking. What are they cooking?
Where's the lamb sauce?
Yeah, man, they're cooking something. So we're going to look at it and see what's going on. Surprise stream. That's right, Rob Alon. Shout out to you. Shout out to Ice Queen Gaming, Sergeant, DBZ Extreme. You want to buy my channel? Oh, my goodness. He wants to compete. He wants to compete and buy my channel? Oh, my goodness. Well, offers are on the table. I'll play you your song. There you go. You want to compete? Can you compete? Grindhouse Mania. Yes. If you have not noticed already, VIP grinders, there is a new emoji in there. I see it flexing. It is retired Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan. Where's the lamb sauce tweet?
Where's the lamb
The raw Melissa.
Yes, Chef.
Raw Melissa.
Come on.
Retired Jim Ryan emote is in the Gaming Grindhouse. Brand new for 2024. We need about 15 more members to get a new emoji in there. We're at 90 members right now. I need another 15 to get another one in there. But we got the Jim Gordon Ramsay Ryan in there. There we go. Outside gaming night. I'm retired with the evil Mark Cerny eyes. Excellent combo. Right there, yes, there is a new emoji to flex in there. Everybody likes it. The I'm retired. That is right. He is retired. And then the second topic we're going to talk about was Starfield trolled in the Steam Gaming Awards. That is something that came up. Starfield showed up winning awards, bitch. And was it a troll? Was it not? I don't know. We're going to look at it. We'll take a look. A couple of topics there. And you'll see what we do there. But, keep it locked here. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the Gaming Grindhouse on our way to 3,000 subscribers on our way there. Let's get there. And hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. And be a VIP if you want to. Shout out to RPG. Oh, my goodness. He read my mind. He said, as I was saying, VIPs. Gifted a Gaming Grindhouse there. And Nick just got it. Nick, now you know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to flex those goddamn I'm retired emojis. There you go. He's retired. It was trolled, Nick says.
You just made the list.
Shout out to Ice Queen Gaming. Member for 10 months. And Happy New Year, Stonewall 1982. Coming in at 16 months VIP grinder. Jamming with Herman Holtz with quality splits. Saying Happy New Year, Jazz and Grinders. Hopefully
You just
Ben
made the list.
doesn't burn it. Oh, man. Hope not. I hope not. But the VIPs are in the house. And as you can see, thank you, RPG. He just put people back on the board with split, and there they are right here. The wall of the Gaming Grinders. They're all here. True Virgil got another month. Congratulations to him as well. And there they are. Thank you again for all your support. Flex that new emoji, and we're ready to rock. Where's my jams? Where's my jam? There they are. Quality splits. We got to see quality. Let's get that next emoji, RPG says. Let's go. I got to get another one out there, and then I'm going to ask you guys to tell me what that new emoji is going to be. But shout out to all the VIPs. The wall is growing. We may need a second level to this club. Shout out to you. Thank you. The wall is taking over. Herman Holtz can't split any further. But congratulations. And thank you again for supporting the VIP lounge. chilling with Mr. Herman Holtz and his quality splits in there. Let's get back to the news bite. So yeah, let's go into these topics here. He's partying, man. Those guys are thumping in that room. Woo, yeah, partying. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing is, so this tweet came out, and let me say here. So all was quiet on the Sony front for some time, and everybody just said, hey, let's rattle on the cage right now. And the first tweet is from Ben Studio, just comes out, and it just says, hey, not we're working on anything.
You
hey,
just made the list.
What's up? Welcome, RPG, the VIP Grindhouse. He's back. So they said, hey, what's going on, everybody? And somebody asked them, what's going on with your video game? What's going on? Where's my foot in? Oh man, that hurt. Oh man. So they said, what's going on with your video game? And then basically they just said, we're cooking. Let's get that tweet up there, because I tweeted out. Where the hell is it? I'm trying to find it. Now, I had it up, and now I'm trying to find it. There it is. And obviously, when you hear cooking and you know Jim Gordon Ramsay's is still there, we got to be having some, they're cooking. So here's Studio Ben right here. We are cooking. So what are they cooking? What is Sony Studio Ben cooking? Well, trying to go back to see what they could be working on. They did a, hey, sup, how's that new IP going? We cooking. All right. Does that mean they think about talk about something? They're hyping it up. They're ready to go. So I was like, let me do some Grindhouse research. Right? Source view. Oh man, Robert Lawrence. Oh, that's awesome. With the egg, the frying pan, and the oh man. Man, I'm glad everybody's enjoying the new I'm retired emoji from Mr. Gordon Ramsay, Jim Gordon Ryan.
Where's the lamb sauce? Raw.
Let them cook.
Raw.
We don't want raw games, right?
Raw.
So what can they be working on? There's a potential there. So something came up where, let's see, we had them going on over here. Where are we going? Where are you guys? I had the tab up here. So, according to the latest leaks, right? Yes, did Ben initiate the conversation? Social joins. What's up, man? Yeah, they did. So basically, Studio Ben said, "Hey," and then everybody at the other studio started saying hi to them. But then somebody said, "Hey, how's that new IP?" And this is we're cooking. No, they're working on stuff. So, if you remember, there's been a couple of speculations as to what they are working on. Was it a Days Gone 2? Was it a Uncharted? Was it a new IP? Well, I think it was confirmed that they are working on a new IP. I said before about the siphon filters. They've been putting tons of those in the PlayStation Plus. Could they be working on that? Well, according to what came out of the Insomniac leak, there was some updates on this. So they said that the Bend is working on the new IP, but at one time they were considering the Days Gone sequel. If you remember that whole fiasco where they pitched it and they just said, no, don't work on Days Gone 2. And because they wanted to work on it right after the first one in 2017. And they said, after they released it, let's do Days Gone 2. And that's why, there was some turmoil there. And they said, we're not doing a sequel. And I remember everybody was kind of upset. If you remember, David Jaffe actually went into an interview with the former lead developer on that after they left. And it sounded like, just a little disgruntled because he saw a lot of potential. He thought that sequel would be there, and they kind of said not at this time, and they started proceeding working on something else. Well, they were working on an early prototype of the sequel, and they were once working on Days Gone 2. So I don't know when this happened, but it may have happened after they declined it, and then they saw that there was once they put it on PC, maybe they saw that there was a way to start working on it, or maybe this happened back then. We don't know the timing of it. But, they released Days Gone in 2019, I'm sorry. 2019 it was released, saw mixed reactions. My personal opinion, I really like Days Gone. I thought it was a really great game. The glitches and stuff that they had, I thought were patched. I didn't find too many things. It was a huge game, And the horde of the zombies was absolutely incredible. That was a whole other element, and the story I thought was great. Even maintaining your motorcycle, like it wasn't just get into this thing, you had unlimited gas and you just go all over the place. Like you had to maintain that. And if that thing ran out of gas and you didn't have a gas station and a horde was coming, or you got stuck outside at night, like it was trouble. Those things were just roaming around, man. And I thought that was pretty damn impressive, especially on that PlayStation 4 hardware, to maintain the frame rates and have that game not just drop to like teens when the horde was around. And I thought they did a fantastic job with that game, and I thought the environment was very unique. Being up there, I really enjoyed it. So I would like a sequel to it. But if they feel like they could do a new IP and they're working on it, it is what it is. So apparently, from the leak that the studio was going to pitch the game to Sony, but then canceled it. Bend Studio is now working on a new unannounced IP. So it's a new IP that apparently they are working on. I saw rumors that they were trying to even do an Uncharted, because they did do Uncharted for the PSP. Why don't they do an Uncharted, the work on that while Naughty Dog figures their stuff out? Because obviously Naughty Dog, they got their own stuff that they're trying to work on. But what? A new IP. But Days Gone was a new IP. So I'm a little disappointed if this is not a sequel, which I think we know that it's not going to be a sequel, because I always feel that there was so much potential with the first game. The sequel could really knock it they could take the criticisms of what they had, fix it, make it even bigger and better. We've seen this so many times. We've seen this back in the history of Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2. And then you see the difference, how that blew up, like Uncharted. And then you look even Horizon and Horizon Forbidden West. And then you look at even, you can even look at the first, like the first game's always like proof of concept, try to get it out there. Gears 1 to Gears 2, things like that. Halo 1 to Halo 2, all those kind of things. Like the sequels are kind of like we're gonna make it bigger, and we're also gonna take back the feedback of the first game, and we're gonna do that. So yes, you're right about the Decima Engine also joined. So they definitely said that they are using the Decima Engine. I think that's down here in this article that it says that it was recently reported that Bend is using the Decima Engine of Horizon developer Guerrilla Games for the game, and that ArtStation profile of concept artist Hujen Nugadbut. I don't know, sorry about that. The game is scheduled to release, so there's an official announcement coming soon. Ben first announced the new IP, saying it's expanding the studio portfolio back in 2021, and later again mentioned in June 2022 that it's currently working on the same new IP with a little more detail as it launched a new logo for the studio. There's the new logo. Remember they launched that new logo. Ben Studio said that they would have the new IP will be based on open world systems from Days Gone, and will also include a multiplayer, but will have a new open world. It added that it would announce the IP when the time is right, but nothing is known yet. Oh, it's in there. And then they start the new year this year going, hey, we're cooking. If you think, I think we might hear about that IP this year. And I think, we're going to hear a lot about what their studios are working on. I think in my predictions of 2024, Sony has to show phase 2 of what these studios are working on with their IP. And I think that this may be one of the first that they talk about sometime this year. Just showing that Studio Bend is working on this. They're about due. Maybe coming off Color Balrog's new game, or Naughty Dog shows there. They've been talking a lot, Naughty Dog. Maybe this year they talk about their new IP that they're working on. But it's very interesting. Or even what Sucker Punch is working on with Ghost of Tsushima too. But it's very interesting, and all those siphon filters, I'm still pulled into that siphon filter stuff. Not that I was a huge siphon filter fan, but there was some elements to the story of Days Gone that was tied to siphon filter. They have put all those siphon filters into the PlayStation Plus, so maybe it's something in the siphon filter world. Is it an open world espionage game? I see some people in the chat, some grinders are saying, maybe that. I think that's unique. I think that's something that could be there. I think an open world espionage kind of like not so comish, but it's kind of like military espionage, open world game. That's something that's pretty interesting, almost like akin to a Metal Gear Solid. We haven't seen anything like that. And then if they could put multiplayer and do it effectively, you got a point there. But Days Gone, I thought it was great. It was a great concept. I thought it was great for new IP. The characters, the storytelling. It was a long game too, very long. Like it was it kept going and it was engaging. Like I thought, it was definitely interesting. They had different factions in there. There was different, and apparently, according to the article, the sequel. And now this is where I was hearing something about the sequel. According to what I was reading right here, that Ross said, so Jeff Ross, the former game director at Bend Studio, remember, this is when he was like he's out, right? He was saying that Days Gone 2 would have been released a month ago if we just stuck to our guns. Remember, he was a little bitter about him like leaving and them not taking the IP and stuff. So he said this game would have been kind of ready to go. And he said that a reply to users saying that a sequel is not coming now as too much time has passed and more than 90 people who worked on the game have left the studio. So he was a little bitter. I remember his interview with Jaffe and going through that thing. But he did say that, and this is where, if I'm Sony sitting there, I don't know if I would think that would be a great thing. He goes, he added that Boozer would have been the main lead in the game. But Sony didn't seem to care about the game as much as Ben did. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I want a sequel I would love a sequel to Days Gone, but I don't know if I want a story on Boozer. I don't know. When I read that, I was like, oh, if I was somebody, I don't know about doing a Boozer game. I don't know. I don't know. It depends, but I didn't think it was such an incredible story with him. Like, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? That kind of was like, I don't want Days Gone about Boozer being the main protagonist there. But he said it mentioned that the game would have landed on PS4 5 at launch. So you remember, this is right at the end of the PS4 when we're going to the PS5. If you remember, this Jeff Ross was very vocal where saying that the Sony turned down the sequel. Nobody wants Booster. Nobody wants Boozer. Yeah. Boozer has one hand. Exactly. He has like one. He had his hand cut off. He has a hook. Or he has he has one hand. I don't know. Yeah. Hopefully it's a prequel because I don't want to play a Boozer with one hand. Unless he has like attachments for his arm that he could like put guns and knives and swords on them. I don't know. Nobody wants a Boozer. Yeah. So I see Jeff, but you gotta remember, a drunken biker. You see, T. Harris says, Boozer, get the fuck out of here. Boozer and Booster. Nobody likes you, Boozer. Yeah, nobody wants it. I don't want no game with Boozer. Yeah, maybe some elements of some of those camp people. Like, there were some interesting camps there. That might be interesting. But Boozer, I didn't think he was a very compelling character to build a whole second game on. And that would mean that it'll probably be in the same area unless they go to a different area with that. But, yeah. The hook will be used for platforming. Boycott says it will be a drinking simulator. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe Jeff Ross just did a bad pitch. But anyway, it doesn't seem like this is happening right now. It seems like it's going to be a new IP. And also, too, I could think also that this game definitely, it was like you go Last of Us and then you go this. It's like the zombies, this was open world. This had the bike element, which is very interesting, but it didn't really, like, it's too many zombie games. Maybe they go with, I would say, like an open world espionage spy shooter game type thing. That would be pretty interesting. Like, the combat was really good in here. They had made Siphon Filter before, so they do know how to make shooting and combat and espionage and spies and stuff like that. So, hey, it'll be interesting. I think that will be definitely something unique, and it'll be very interesting there. So, they hired to see. So, and then also says the studio will not move forward to any of these games. So the studio Bend hired 30 employees to work on the sequel and 80 employees to work on Uncharted. also mentioned a change in hiring plans, which the studio wanted to inform Chris Reese. However, the studio did not move forward with these games as it announced in 2022, and it was working on a new IP but did not give any official release date of title. So, yeah. That's where we're at. So it seems like when all the things it's a new IP that they're cooking, a new IP built with the Decima engine. And all I hear from that is just needs to be that quality. So going through that. So yeah, so that's going to be kind of what they're working on. So let them cook. Anybody have any guesses when we will hear about such game? Like, when will they announce it? Do you think it would be in that June timeframe? You think it's going to be within the March? You think it'd be first quarter? Because you got to look at the news cycles, right? You either have something in January with like kind of laying out for the year, but it seems like Sony does have their releases for the year so far with their exclusive games lined up with Final Fantasy, you know, the remake of Last of Us Part 2. So they kind of got that laying out, right? Release next year. I think we're going to find out about this year, but you got to look at the news cycles. Then around March, I think that with Jim Ryan leaving at the end, retiring, put the retiring emoji in the chat, with him moving out at the end of March, April coming in, I think we get a news cycle with something with Sony sometime at the end of March. It definitely is the end of the financial quarter. And also, too, it's a transition period. And that will be good for the new person to come in the beginning of March and announce some games. It will be a good. And again, this is all just speculation. If I was running it, I wouldn't have Jim Ryan just say goodbye. Get his cookies. Right, Robert Launch. There it is. Get his cookies. Jim Ryan, take you and your lamb sauce. Thank you very much for your help. And
Where's the lamb sauce?
Jim Ryan leaves the building. Yeah. Let him go, and then have the new person come in March and have them the face of the news cycle for what games are coming. If they're going to announce the new IPs or such that Bend is working on, or, you know, somebody else, a new games or things like that. I think April is probably the highest probability for news cycle that they do. Unless they want to kind of catch something early, I think they do it with the new person. Hey, here's the new person. Here's the blog. Welcome to the thing. And then like a week or so later, boom. Here's a PlayStation State of Play. Here's what we're working on. Some more information later this year. And then maybe a release for the holiday. And then whatever's coming next year. But I would agree, we might hear about these games, but I don't think they're coming this year. I think they make Studio Ben's game probably come out next year. And then Wolverine follows that. So we will see. But I think the next kind of the highest probability for some sort of reveal of what some of these IPs may be, I'm thinking April. I'm thinking around April. Or if they really hold on to it, they do the summer. But right around that Jim Ryan cookies and lamb sauce leaving, you know, because it's a good way to introduce the new person if they want to. Who knows? Sony's not a big proponent of touting out their executives like friggin' Mickey Mouse and the circus. So maybe they could care less. I just thought it'd be a good time for transition. Out with the old. Hey, new guy got a lot of his new games, even though Jim Ryan's working on them. I think that's probably a favorable place to do it, especially in March time, when, you know, that's usually when the end of the financial quarter, the quarter ends, end of March. Kind of get people ready to go. Who knows? The Switch may come out and just destroy the whole news cycle anyway in March. The Switch 2. I mean, which, by the way, not part of the conversation, but they're estimating the Switch 2 could probably launch at $400. Last ditch before leaving is Rise of the Ronin. That's right, Sergeant. So let me see if I had anything else from my research with the thing. Hit that like button, grinders. Let's go get up there. I also have a new tune for you as well. Let me see. That will be played at the end. We get there. And let me see. So this was the other thing that came out. Yeah, so this is what that article was referring to as well. Just to kind of close the close everything on this Studio Bend. Again, Studio Bend Studio propaganda, Project Propaganda. This was a tweet in April 3rd. This was a leak. Again, April 3rd, 2022. Bend Studio is working on Project Propaganda is the code name. And it says spiritual successor of Siphon Filter, open world stealth action game, late Cold War setting. Think of open world Hitman, Metal Gear Solid 5 with a much denser locations. Online elements and co-op all planned. I don't know, but then you follow up with the tweet. Again, leak is a leak is, right? I'm a little skeptical about this, but this is what I've heard similar things from multiple sources. Development is in full swing despite the studio's frustration with the reaction of the Days Gone sequel. However, I will not expect the game to be released in the next couple of years. That was 2022 last year. So, I'm sorry, not last year. 2 years ago. Jeez. We're in 2024. 2 years ago. But, hey, if that's what they're cooking, let it go. That sounds... Let the fires burn, right? Let the fires burn on that one. An open world Hitman Metal Gear Solid 5. Denser locations, Cold War setting, spiritual successor of Siphon Filter. And that fits, right? It fits. Because why would they be pushing out all their Siphon Filters in PlayStation Plus if they weren't going to be doing anything with Studio Bend? And I went back and looked at all Bend Studios tweets. And all of them are just like, happy holidays, hyping up Days Gone 2. I'm sorry, not Days Gone 2. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Misspoke. Hyping up Days Gone. And then talking about the Siphon Filter releasing in PlayStation. Sorry, Siphon Filter 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So why would they put every single one of those Siphon Filters in there if they weren't thinking about bringing back some sort of spiritual successor or something related in that world? It fits. It fits. New IP be a spiritual successor of Siphon Filter. That's what they used to do. Open world stealth. There's your online elements. We don't need another open world third person adventure game. Letting you make an open world third person stealth action game with co-op, some multiplayer in dense environments. Let's go. I know if I was sitting there, with Herman Holtz, 3 buttons undone, chains out, Usa Machismo, and they came, hey, Mr. Herman Holtz, we're gonna do a sequel to Days Gone 2, and we really want to incorporate. And remember, when they posed the sequel, Days Gone didn't get its tracks yet. I think Days Gone was a slow starter. It kind of like came out, and it was like, and then it kind of hit its stride, and it got popular. And then PC, I think that was another good positive thing for Days Gone. But they come to Herman Holtz like, Herman Holtz, we want to do a sequel of Days Gone with Boozer.
It's quality. I don't know. Let me see. Chest hair's undone. I know quality splits. And, I don't know about this Boozer character. I don't think that people want to play with Boozer. Maybe there's somebody else.
No, Boozer. That's what I want to do with. I want a sequel of Boozer and Days Gone 2.
Is it that the guy who lost his hand? I don't know. I don't know. It's quality. It's about quality, and I don't see quality in Boozer. No, I do not agree. Back to my yacht. Oh, shit. Boozer.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to accept the Boozer, but then they go, okay, Herman, we got this other idea. We used to make Siphon Filters. All right? We do Siphon. Well, here it is. Open world. Metal Gear Solid kind of is done, There's no Metal Gear Solid. Maybe some remakes. Kojima's out, grabbing ass with Death Stranding and some cloud games. Hitman, Metal Gear Solid, open world, Siphon Filter. We had some co-op,
That sounds like quality. Let me get back to my yacht. That sounds to work on. And not this Boozer. But that sounds like something we could do. In the dense jungle, like me, Herman Holtz doing my splits. Taking out snakes in the woods. Yes, I could go for that. That sounds great.
Mr. Herman Holtz, you know, he's an action adventure guy. He likes his quality splits. He remembers when he did his splits in Bloodsport.
He said, yes. Now let me grease my chest and go back to my yacht. I have to go visit some other studios, such as Naughty Dog. I have to go give them a punch in the spit nuts.
Oh, damn. Herman Holtz punching in quality nut splits. But anyway, yeah. So, what do you think? That sounds interesting. That sounds A-okay to me.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
So, let them cook. Put that fire on. Sergeant with the boot. Yeah, it did pretty well. I thought that. You know? I don't know. Hey, man. And now I say a boozer? But that sounds fire. Project Propaganda. So, if it's true, it's true. But it sounds like after all the things have crumbled, it's not Naughty Dog. It's not Uncharted. Doesn't seem to be Days Gone 2 sequel. It's a new IP based on spiritual successor, a Siphon Filter. Claymore said the Siphon Filter demo was on PS countless times. The taser was fun too. Jenna Hayes with the $5 says, Jez, watch out who you invite on your show. The dude Zuby Tech is a fraud. What? Nah, Zuby's good, man. Zuby's good. Zuby's good. He posts all the stuff on Twitter. Zuby's cool, man. He's cool. But thank you for the super chat. Appreciate the support, Jenna Hayes. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, figure 20. So these are the people back in look in 2022 tweeting out, you know, figure that Nelson Gaming, there he is, friend of the Grindhouse, saying, I figured that will be 2025. So, hey, Nelson, there's your prediction right there. You put it at April 4th, 2022.
Let him cook.
We need quality. It's about quality games.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years with our first party out.
Okay, yeah. Quality games. That's right. So anyway, talking about quality.
You're my number one
Or
customer.
lack of thereof. The other topic here is this supposed trolling of Starfield. Nelson for the win. There you go. So this thing with Starfield, right? So it won an award for most innovative gameplay. And Mr. Poltassi writes an article saying that it may have been trolling because he, as a proponent of Starfield and really enjoying Starfield, didn't see where the innovation in gameplay comes from. And he thinks that the Steam Awards, they trolled it. Most innovative gameplay. And likewise, he attests that too, that possibly Red Dead Redemption winning the labor of love for a game that usually for support and continuing support, with Red Dead winning was another troll. And saying that trolling was evident on this year's Steam Awards. Now, I think a lot of people could attest to it that we don't think Starfield, from the hours that I've played of it, it's not innovative at all, except their inclusion of loading screens that they put all over the place. Well, even fans of the game are coming, saying here, where is it? We got, oh man, where is that guy? You know, what's crazy? I do the bookmarks, and then I think they delete them. Unless they removed it. So, they're saying that it was a troll that people just said, yeah, you know what? It didn't win. It was just voted in. Listen, this is my take on this whole thing. Let's go look at the award winners, right? Let's go look at this. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. So this is the Tassie article here. But he says that they may have trolled Starfield winning most innovative gameplay. When a lot of the criticism has been that the game was just same. It wasn't moving anything. Like, it was kind of the same thing that Bethesda used to do, right? And now I can't find the tabs. I tell you, these tabs annoy the hell out of me. Oh, I had it on another browser. Sorry. So here are the awards. This is what I wanted. Yeah, I had it somewhere else. So these are the Steam Awards for 2023. So now, your Game of the Year award winner is Baldur's Gate, right? Hit that like button, grinders. It did feel old, Cal. It did. Game of the Year is Baldur's Gate. VR game Labyrinth. Labor of Love went to Red Dead Redemption. And look at the finalists. You had Deep Rock Galactica, Rust, Apex Legends, Dota 2. Then you look at Outstanding Visual, went to Atomic Heart. Man, if Starfield was in this one, I'll say it's a troll. Outstanding Visual Style. High on Life, Cocoon, Atomic Heart, Darkest Dungeon. And I go on Atomic Heart, yeah. Now here you go. Most Innovative Gameplay Award. The designers of this game are at the front lines of creative experimentation, bringing a fresh perspective and brain-breaking surprises. This game delighted, inspired, and entertained with newness never played before. Yeah, listen. To say it was trolling, this is listen. This is pretty wild because none of that has described this game. The reviews are in the plummets of 67%. Yo, what's up, frogs? How you doing, man? The reviews are nowhere near this. And that was never the description of this game. It was the default of it is... Tiara says, I call this an Xbox tax refund. Oh. Wasn't it the most returned game, too? On Steam? Isn't that true as well? Oh, my goodness. Wasn't that true? Like,
yes, I would like to have a refund. Yes, I would like to have a refund.
The most refunded award. So that's where it's a troll. Listen, Jim Ryan trolling from the retirement hole. Like, listen, if this thing was, it has to be an extremely. So let's look at the finalists, right? This is my take on this, right? Well, this is how I feel. If this is a troll, which, you know, look at the competition, the finalists that they had here. You know, Remnant could be in there, but Remnant was better received. It's just, I don't know. These are the other finalists here. You got Contraband Police, Your Only Moves is Hustle. Remnant 2, the only kind of game I know in that thing. Shadows of a Doubt. Let's take a peek at what is Your Only Move is Hustle. What is this game? This is
But I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine!
overwhelmingly positive. Look at this thing. Look at these reviews. I didn't even know what this game was. What is going on here? He's burning that ace. Like Pixel Fighters. Construct epic scenes and flashy combos. What the hell is this? Dude, I don't know. That's what it's up against. That's what it's up against in Starfield. So that game, Shadows of a Doubt, very positive reception of Steam. This looks like, is this Minecraft Bank? What is this? This is Minecraft and the Bank. A sandbox detective stealth game set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city of crime and corruption. You're a private investigator. All right, so that's Shadows of a Doubt, another finalist. Now let's look at the other ones. We know what Remnant 2 looks like. Let's see Contraband Police. Uh-oh. What's this game? This like an action? Take over the duties of a border guard inspector in a communist country of the 80s. Smuggling, corruption, and forgery. Very positive again. Recent reviews are very positive. So everybody got overwhelmingly positive, very positive of the things. Hey, each his own, man. Contraband Police, get in the house.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Get your mother, please.
Make sure to always check the cargo. Smuggling grapes, the game. That's what this is. Smuggling grapes.
I'm not a pervert.
So those are the games. Overwhelmingly positive. So let's see. Starfield got. Oh God. Oh yes, it's such a mature game. Mostly negative. Mostly, it's the only game of the finalists that received mostly negative from recent reviews and mixed for all the reviews. All the other games are overwhelmingly positive and positive. Let's see what Remnant was at. So, listen, you know what? It's a very coordinated effort if it is a troll, but it's definitely a head scratcher that they won this. And they retweeted it out. Let's see Remnant. Because it's an awards, right? Look, mostly positive. So that's the way you could say, you know, in the trolling here, if it is trolled. Every single one of these games have overwhelmingly positive or very positive or positive. Starfield is the only one that is negative, mostly negative thing. So the negative rank wins the award. Exactly, Mod. Like yeah. So like seeing that, it definitely makes it seem like this is a troll. Even playing Starfield and reading the description, that is not what this game is about. So I think people just jokingly just didn't really care about this award and just kind of voted it in. But it definitely seems like it was a troll in this one, considering that every single one of these are well received on Steam. And it's unfortunate that somebody in here could have won, and instead they gave it to Starfield for that. And in order to qualify for voting, you had to spend at least $5 in the Steam store. That will make you eligible to vote there. And you could vote against Jen Shekin. Let's see. And what are they going to win? Let's know. What are they going to win over there? A beautiful physical Steam Awards trophy shipped to the developer's office and a virtual trophy on the game store page. Not only that, but we shall forever the game as the winner of the Steam Awards. And this is the thing that I said, okay, well, this is this year, right? This is this year. Let's go back. Let's go back in time. Over 200 grand. Hit that like button. Let's get over 100 likes. I don't even know what the hell the likes are at. Let's go. Steam. Let's go to the awards from last year. Let's go back in time and look at who won this award. So we had most innovative gameplay last year was Stray. They had Neon White, Stray, Teardown, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. So that was last year. Stray won this award. Let's click on Stray. Overwhelmingly positive reviews for a Steam award. Let's go back. Again, you make your own decision whether it's trolling or not. It's interesting. This is the facts. This is what we do here. Most innovative gameplay of 2021 was Deathloop. Other nominees, 12 Minutes, which was a very unique game. Inscription, Monocage, Loop Hero. Let's click on Deathloop. Let's see. Mixed reviews, mostly positive from all reviews. Not mixed and mostly negative. So Deathloop was on the cusp there in 2021. I'm just trying to see if a mostly negative game has ever won this award. Let's go back to 2020. Who won it? Who won it in there? Death Stranding Director's Cut won it in 2020. So we had Stray, Deathloop, Death Stranding. Very positive reviews. All right. Control was in there. Teardown made it for another year. Do you want to go back further? Let's go back further. Let's go back, see who won this award in 20. Let's go 2018. Did he even have it? Nope, they didn't even have it. So this is a newly created award? My Friend Pedro. That was the first winner of it. This game is the frontalized pushing boundaries in the medium. My Friend Pedro won it in 2019. That was the earliest it went back. I don't think it did that. There you go. 12 minutes is on Game Pass. That's right. It's all on Game Pass.
Oh, and Psychonauts 2.
12 minutes to Hades. That's right, Weezy.
12 minutes in Hades.
12 minutes in Hades.
And they're all on Game Pass.
Playtale Requiem, baby. PlayStation just got it. There you go. Now Playtale. Now we're gonna make the PlayStation Plus one. The Ascent and oh my goodness. So there you go, My Friend Pedro. So you got My Friend Pedro, Stray, Death Stranding, and now Starfield is within the company of those games as most innovative. My Friend Fernando. We're never gonna find out what happened to Fernando. We're never gonna find out what happened to Fernando. Pushing the boundaries, dude. I don't know. They created this world. Hey, it had unique gameplay. Weezed, I guess. But so, was it a troll? Is it a troll? We went back in history. At the history of this most innovative game award here at the Gaming Grindhouse that we said, this is the only game that has won the award that has mostly negative reviews. So call it what you will. But the facts have been presented in the Grindhouse court. Is it a troll?
The two Utes.
To what? What was that word? To what?
What?
Did you say Utes?
Yeah, two Utes.
Presented the case. There you go. It seems most likely it is a trolling one. And then from experience of people that played the game, and myself included, yeah, I did not feel a fresh perspective and brain-breaking surprises, a game delighted and inspired. Oh, no. Oh, no. Nah. Maybe if you, yeah, I don't know. Even Bethesda fans will caught off guard with it. And actually, let's go deep dive into the facts more of Starfield, shall we? Shall we, Grinders? Shall we go into more facts? Let's go into more facts of Starfield to see. Maybe it is deserving of an award. Let's see. So, we're right now sitting at Starfield. Here's your player counts. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please.
just focused more on great games on our console, that somehow we're going to win the console race, I think doesn't really lay into the reality. I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way. We lost the worst generation to lose in the...
We ain't found shit.
Would you ship that? What you just played?
And then you think about it, it didn't win the it didn't get voted by the players to the Gamer's Voice Award that Halo won. So the community, like, that's what I mean, the overwhelmingly positive, it didn't have that reception. And here's the stuff, like, here's Steam charts. Look, it dropped. It had peaked at 330,000 and it's now sitting around 13,000 now. And then you look at something, well, comparatively, a month or so later, Baldur's Gate, which won Best Award, look at their numbers. Yeah, they dipped down, but look, they hit almost the highest of 875,000 players, and they're leveling out around 213,000 versus 13,000 for this game of the generation. The hype behind Starfield was outrageous. He's too focused. So you look at that. Then to compile this even more. So it's not just like people just not liking the game, hating on it and stuff. Let's look at this even further. Yeah, how many did get a refund? Exactly. I don't know. It seems like
yes, I would like to have a refund.
You started at 330,000 and you level off to 13? 24-hour peak of 15,000? The game is on sale. The game was on sale. Speaking of sales, let's go to the top sellers right now. Baldur's Gate, number 2 over a Steam Deck. Where do you think Starfield is on Steam sales? Now, this is very important because Starfield, winning that award or whatever, Starfield sold best on PC. So looking at the PC metrics gives a good indication of how Starfield is overall, because a majority of Steam sales were for Starfield, per Matt Piscatello when he did the NPDs, right? So where does it go? Where do you think Starfield is on this list? Grinders, I'm going to give you some thinking music, and you give me a number. Where do you think Starfield is in the top 100 sold? All right, let's give you some thinking music while you put in your numbers.
Feel he's the best. Now sign your chest, I am stirring Satya. Listen to me.
All right, we got some numbers in, Grinders. Thinking music align. We have some saying 80, 70, 100, 86. Kratos with an 80. Michael Martin says 22. Gundam 199. No, it's only the top 100. 85. Nick says not in the top 100. Oh, man. Sergeant says 55. Let's see who's close. Bin Jammin says 67. Reese the Beast says 74. Extreme Gamer says 35. All right, let's go down the list. Where is Starfield on the top selling? Remember, they're all on sale, too. Guys, we're past, we're going up to the 50. I do not see it. We are in the 50s. PUBG Battleground coming in at 50. Forza Horizon 5 coming in at 51. Keep going. Last of Us Part 1 at 54. We were going, guys. We're top 100. Sea of Thieves at 61. Diablo 4 at 64. Atomic Heart, another winner, 58. Let's keep going. Flight Simulator at 67. Where is Starfield? Where can you be? Spider-Man Remastered at 75. This is the top. There we sitting at it. Oof. Starfield at 79, just above Final Fantasy VII Remake which came out years ago. Well, not on PC, I guess a year or so later. Master Chief Collection coming in at $83, but yeah, you go. Starfield at $48. Top sold on $79. Close. Who got 80? Who said 80? Wizard with an 80. Let's see who else got close. 74 by Race the Beast. True Virgil said 2. True Virgil. I had the top 10 on the screen. How can you see 2? 2 is Baldur's Gate. True Virgil. My goodness. Every time I just want to avoid it, True Virgil. Number 2. I was...
Can you goggle my balls? Goggle my balls.
Oh no! We suck
So there you
again.
are, 79. This game won an award, bitch. It's winning awards. Now, I had the screen up. True Virgil is number 2. It's on number 2. True Virgil. Look at the screen. And look at this. I even saw this. Where is the freaking Valve Index? At $1,000 is at 26. Holy crumb buns. Now, let's click on Most Played. Now, let's see where it is on Most Played. Now, we have the top 100 played games. I'm going to give you some thinking music. Where do you think Starfield is on the top played games? Engagement. Remember, engagement.
I waited for Halo and all you gave me was
Where is it on the most played, Grinders? Hit that like button while you're doing this.
Wait for comment.
Let's see. We have an 80. Johnny with a 69. Oh, we're going good with numbers. GTA 6 still at number 6. That's right. GTA 5, I mean. John Dexter says 33. Ancient Rules Discovery says it's not on it. Weezer says 150, 79. Nick says 99. Claymore says 65. Benjamin says 95. Ice Queen says 100. Leech says 85. True Virgil says it's 2. Nick said True Virgil said it too. Dark Matter 98, 86. So we're around near the end of the list. A lot of people are picking. Muhammad says 48. He's being very optimistic. Outside Gaming says 101. Let's go down the list and we keep going. Let's go. Most played games. Most played. It's not looking good. Sea of Thieves, 72. Forza Horizon 5. Uh-oh, we're in the 80s. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. 95. Woo. Cosmic Hero with the 90. Robert Lawrence with the 99, coming in close. Mary Wilcox with the 90. Rice the Beast, 87. 95 is your winner. Benjamin, circle gets the square. Benjamin hit it right on the button. There you go. So, awards. Yeah. That is a pretty outstanding thing for Soul. First one's on sale. Secondly, most played. H.M. Runes, you were close. 95. And why talk about it? And look at this game was hyped with $7 billion behind it. Microsoft money, circle jerks around Phil Spencer. Everybody's sitting around going, it could be exclusive. Redfall's not even on it. Redfall, please. Who knows? I don't know. Is Forza even on here? Forza Horizon is. What about the other Forza? That game came out now. Forza. So just to kind of hey, these are what's currently happening. So most innovative game. It's the only game in that awards that has bad reviews, mostly negative reviews. So I would say leaning more towards, it was a troll win on it. But whatever. It is what it is. It's just very shockingly how... It's just unfortunate because the game had so much hype behind it. I feel that Microsoft and friends didn't do a very good job marketing it. Instead, like really hiding the gameplay, taking out people that were trying to show gameplay early, showing some bugs early. I think Microsoft wasn't very transparent with the game. They let him very cautiously. They showed that showcase for a half hour, and that was it. And that was it. And I said, this was a new IP. This needed to have levels of depth, of presentation, of marketing. And they really dropped on their face. And then to be like, well, we're going to try to add updates every 6 weeks to it. They basically turned it into a service game, a la Halo Infinite. Like, we're just going to add stuff to it. And I don't think that's I don't think it's good. I don't think that's a good way to treat that game. But life improvements, and we may add some vehicles when you roam. You think? Because that was a criticism when you said that, just walking around the planets with a jetpack. And then when people said, let's wear your vehicles, Todd Howard goes, it just works. The jetpack is fine. And then when you land on these planets, I've done my stream on it. They're empty. There's nothing on them. And that's per design, they said. There's a couple of enemies that just everybody wants to kill. These bugs. There's bugs on it. And when there's enemies, there's just the same type of bugs on every planet. There's like, these bugs, and that's it. There's no flora and fauna system at all. Like, when you land on No Man's Sky, it looks like it's a living, breathing alien planet. Even though they're randomly generated, it looks like the things kind of work with each other. There's plants. The things eat the plants. Like, when you land on those rock planets in Starfield, it's just like, it just spawns some enemies. Like I showed you, those same windmills were on planets universes away. Like, it was just spawned like some windmill structure, and the structures were the same. You could see the game auto-generating. Like you could see it doing it. And that took you right out of it, because you knew it wasn't real. Like, you saw too much of the AI, just whatever it was that automatically just randomly throwing assets. Oh yeah, well, here's a pirate base. It's the same pirate base. And actually, there was tons of videos of people showing that it's the same structure that's just randomly generated on the planet when they feel like it. Same, and the enemies are in the same spot. Copy and paste planets. It's like, boom. Oh, here's a structure. Here's some windmills. Here's some of this. I was like, wait, these what novelty of exploration? And that was the biggest caveat I had with it, was that the sense of exploration was dead. Not only was it the loading screens that took you out of it, but when you got to the planets, there was nothing there. Everything was just randomly just kind of thrown together, like you just making a mixing pot of stuff. It didn't seem engaging at all. That you were just like, oh, well, just get rid of my resources and leave. There's nothing novel and new about this. And I keep comparing it to No Man's Sky. I know there are different types of games, but No Man's Sky, you could manipulate the planet and like go in underground, and there's all randomized cave systems, and then there's animals in there. There's underground water sources that have fish in there. They have all different types of alien beings. Like, there was a sense of like, whoa, there's a lot of exploration on here. Thousands of planets. That's right, Brian East. Like, there was a lot of exploration in there that you wanted to go to a new planet and just get invested in there and then go check out the other side of the planet. Like, there was that. And I did not have that at all with Starfield. So for it doing innovative gaming, yeah. And then I just showed that it seems like it's a troll. Again, I think it's a pretty big coordinated effort to have that many people troll, like, have that game win. So, like, I would say, like, is it really a troll? People really did feel that way. I don't know. We're never going to know an answer. But I could just tell you that it had the lowest review of all the winners, of all the nominees. And those loading screens were horrible on it. And the criticism was complete opposite of what the award means. So, if you say, I lean more towards it was a troll on that one. Loading screens galore. That's right. It was. But that's my opinion of the game, and I think a lot of people share the same opinion. And again, what the game was marketed as, again, as a Todd Howard promise of you're going to get lost in all these worlds and these planets. And I didn't want to explore anymore. I was fast traveling to galaxies all over the place. And the story, the dialogue, like coming from Baldur's Gate, the dialogue is light years different than Starfield. Starfield's dialogue was so dull. The facial animations, it did not look like a game that took so long for development. And how many times have we heard that before, right? How many times have we had Halo's taken 6 years and it got delayed a year and it's still missing things? You know, like how many times have we been sitting here that the game has taken so long for development and it comes out not ready for prime time? But apparently they'll fix it every 6 weeks. Well, you're going to believe that after what they did with Halo Infinite? You're going to believe that every 6 weeks there's going to be some sort of update? It was a scam, IT Harris, and I think a lot of people felt that way. I felt, and that's where I said the biggest problem was the marketing for it. They sold it in this big ass way, this amazing exploration, and when people got their hands on it, it wasn't that. And that's where I think a lot of the community of reviewers and just like it didn't really gravitate. See, because you could have a game that, you know, because look at the games that are nominated, right? Look at the games that were nominated. Like, you can have a game, it doesn't have to look absolutely insane or be this amazing thing to be innovative. It doesn't. But when you sell something, when you market something and people believe it because this is what you're saying, and then when they get hands on it, they feel like you got okie dokied. Like you making cuts between all the loading screens because you didn't just show straight up gameplay. You didn't show just 15 minutes of uncut gameplay showing game elements. You didn't. You showed pieces of it and didn't show the loading in between. You hid all that. And that was and people say, oh, why show loading screens? Well, they were significant enough that I think if they would have just showed the game for what it was, I don't think it would have had the backlash that it would have received. Instead, they did the same thing with Forza. They showed better ray tracing than what they were going to put in the console version and marketed as such, and people were disappointed. So you're basically, you know, putting lipstick on a pig. You're selling false promises. You're over-promising and under-delivering. And I think that's where the community part doesn't really grasp onto it. Like, it doesn't, like, that's what Halo Infinite
You're my number one customer.
Like, Halo Infinite, yes, it was missing stuff, but it was still a good Halo game that it won a community award because people were like, nah, it's Halo. Like, they got the combat down. They did some good things. They were missing a lot, but they kind of brought people together. But with Starfield, I think people felt kind of jammed and it got refunded a lot. So the reception with that is definitely of animosity. Like, they came back going, yo, you deceived me. You deceived me by not being transparent on what the game was and how that game is going to go. So that's where I feel that where the trolling could have originated from, if it was a troll. But, you know, congratulations for them winning an award. They'll get the trophy. They'll get this. Maybe it inspires them to be better. I don't know. Positive spin? Maybe. Waleed is now a game cat, specifically a white tiger with the 2 Canadian. Thank you so much. He goes, have you tried No Man's Sky on PSVR 2? Blows Starfield away. Yes and yes. PSVR 2 with Starfield is absolutely incredible. It is. And they've updated it because at first it was very blurry, and then they updated it with with the higher resolution. And yeah, it's the full game. That's the incredible thing. With in high frame rate, 120 frames. Like, it is incredible. It is. Because it's the full game. Like, and the fact that they transfer all your menus to your watch and things like that, and you could do everything in the game that you can do in that. And what's even crazier is that you could play in VR and in non-VR at the same time. Like, I was in there with Frog. Like, Frog was on the planet he's playing in not in VR and I'm in VR, which is pretty awesome. How you could have that crossplay in the sense of just playing it differently, which I thought was pretty awesome on that. So yeah, definitely try it. It was a free update to it. It's incredible because it's the full game. And what's crazy too is that no, I'm reading the super chat one. I said PSVR 2 and No Man's Sky, not Starfield. PSVR 2 with Starfield with No Man's Sky is awesome. Maybe I misspoke there. But yeah, no, PSVR 2 and No Man's Sky is a great experience. And what I'm saying is that you could even go back and forth where your progress in your single player in regular mode, same in VR. So you could continue in VR or you could continue. It's not two separate game modes. Maybe I misspoke. I don't know. But no, I'm clarifying it's PSVR 2 and No Man's Sky, not Starfield. Starfield would have been cool with a VR mode. You know, maybe that VR hack, that new thing that came out, that UE VR or something like that. Maybe people could put that in Starfield. I've seen some people playing VR in Returnal on PC. What's up, Craig? How you doing, man? No, I was talking about No Man's Sky in VR. In VR, that's what I was talking about. But no, that I see people playing Returnal in VR. That was crazy. So maybe, yeah, I misspeak. I don't know. Go back to the tapes, 101. I go back to the tapes. Yeah, Mass Effect. That's another tragedy too. EA again. EA destroys everything. EA is the Mothman of gaming. Whenever you see EA, you steer clear of it. They destroyed BioWare. EA destroyed them. Dragon Age, where's that? That game was absolutely incredible. The RPGs that BioWare made, it was a whole arm of incredible RPGs that BioWare made, and EA destroyed it. Destroyed it. BioWare made incredible games. Jade Empire, oh my God, it was awesome. And what they did with Mass Effect, the first two, the second Mass Effect, incredible, and then they just made it more of a shooter. The Mothman, that's right. EA, what they did to Titanfall. Drove that franchise into the toilet. They just threw everything they could at Call of Duty and destroyed Titanfall. And the Star Wars guys made Titanfall, Cosmic Hero, yeah. Oh, man. Mass Effect trilogy was amazing. But 3 was all right. The 2 was absolutely insane. I would go 2 is the best. 3 had that wonky ending. But 2, that was building your squad and going into the suicide mission was the most incredible RPG experience. Incredible. EA the Destroyer. And Aaron, here you go. Aaron, you know what, Aaron? Starfield was on PS5. I don't think, people will think that it's incredible by then, but, who knows? I don't think so, dude. I don't think the PS5, I don't think by it being on a PS5 would change people's opinion of it because the problem, and I told you, Aaron, the problem with Starfield is that it wasn't just built as a game. It was put on a pedestal. Just like what you said, there were people hyped for it who didn't see it. And people put it on a pedestal because they figured Microsoft knew how to spend $7 billion. And to be honest, if you look at the whole ZeniMax portfolio, right? Everything ZeniMax has, I would argue that but Starfield was probably the biggest active franchise game they had in development. That's the thing. And I'm going to tell you one thing. Starfield on PC is the only way to play it. You don't want to play it on Xbox, so it doesn't benefit Xbox at all. The worst version of Starfield is on an Xbox. It didn't do the console any favors. Starfield didn't do the series console any favors. The worst version of Starfield is on Xbox. Play it on PC. So what did Starfield do for Xbox? $7 billion over a year and a half of legal talk, a year of legal talk. What did it do? And it's the biggest game ever because they made it that way. It was spoke about since 2017 E3, 2018 E3. What did it do? They shipped the worst version of it for you, the console. If you're a PC gamer, there's your one. And it's still mostly negative. So even the PC couldn't save Starfield. So you can't just say it's a bad Xbox game. It's a bad every game. And maybe it's not bad. It is bad. But maybe it's, I'm not saying people should not like it. But what I'm saying is that the game was presented in one way and shipped as another. That's the issue. Over-promising and under-delivering. That's the main crux of a lot of this stuff. Because as a consumer, that's the worst feeling. Right? That's how we speak here. We speak as gamers, consumers who buy things. The worst feeling in the world is being oversold something or told or promised something, paying your hard-earned money and not getting what was presented to you. Put a thumbs up. That we agree, right? That is the worst as a consumer. This is going to do this. This has this. Really? And you're sitting there with your eyes wide open going, oh, tell me more. This could do this. This could do this. Oh, and you'll go here. You'll be this. You'll be that. And just for $70, give it to me. Oh my God, all that and more for $70? Sure. Here you go. Thank you. And you go take it back. And you're like, oh, this is not it. Oh, no. What the hell was that guy talking about? And now you're out $70. That's the worst. And that's why I was saying before, like the community. And no, it's not just Starfield. It's not just Starfield. There are games that are like that. That definitely. That's like, hey, well, you told us one thing and you sold us another. That's not just Starfield. I'm just talking about specifically why Starfield probably got so much hate from the the reviewers and things like that was what they did. They weren't transparent enough to show full straight-on game and show it for what it was. Instead, they do that. No way. Spider-Man overpromise and underdeliver? What? Nah, see, now you're smoking now. You're going crazy, man, because I don't know how you can say that. How can you put those two together? That makes no sense. That's just capping and hating. That's what that is, Aaron. That's why I can't take you seriously with that kind of craziness. You could say you don't like Spider-Man, but you cannot say that Spider-Man 2 overpromised and underdelivered. Now you can go smoke something. Now you get the.
Oh no! We suck again!
It's raw, Melissa!
No.
It's raw!
Dad, you can just say you don't like it. You gotta be. There was no overpromising and undelivered. Nonetheless, they did completely opposite. They showed straight up full ass mission in September. You know the showcase that everybody hated? They showed a full straight up gameplay, no loading screens, no nothing. They showed straight up gameplay. They did completely opposite of what I just said Starfield did. There was no cuts. There was no Todd Howard walking down a hallway. There was no cuts and caps and all this other stuff. No, there wasn't. Straight up Spider-Man gameplay. Get the mission, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, go. Go swing over the Hudson River, go. Straight up game. Thank you, game. And what did he do? What did he say?
Enough from me. We're going to have the games do our talking.
Not the people do the talking. Just let the game do the talking. Go ahead. Play 15 minutes of Spider-Man. Show them. And that's it. That's showing exactly what you're going to get. And some people go, oh, it looks like more of the same. Fine. Don't like it. But they showed you what product you were getting. They didn't do all... They did the same thing with Redfall. Microsoft hid Redfall with all cuts and swipes and all this other stuff. Didn't just show straight up gameplay. Just show me 10 minutes of uncut you going through this game. They didn't do it. They showed exactly what you're going to get. And people got hyped about it. They did the same thing with Horizon. Straight up gameplay. Her walking through the trees, her swimming, showed elements. We're seeing it already with Hellblade 2. Just show us straight up Hellblade 2. No. No, man. It's called having a friggin' brain. That's what it's called. You don't have one of those. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what you're on. But the thing is that you do not want to be overpromised and underdelivered stuff. And I think the best way is just show the game for what it is. And we're already seeing with Hellblade 2. We're seeing a lot of swipes and cuts and all this other stuff. Just show the game. Just show like 5 minutes of gameplay, 3 minutes of gameplay, just straight up. Let the game show the elements. Horizon showed that she could swim underwater. It sold you the game. It showed you that by just showing the game. Showing that she could hook shot. She could go underwater now. There's a whole underwater element now in Horizon. That's what I wanted to see from Hellblade 2. Show me what's different. What is new? Don't show me all these swipes of faces and this and the same combat. What's new? But again, that's my expectations. And you could have different ones. You could be satisfied with a title screen and be jamming to it. But I'm just saying how I would feel. But I'm trying to relate it to the reception that these games have. The community kind of felt a little bit screwed. And that's why, it got refunded. Because they were sold something differently. And and that's the only way I can think of it's a troll. Because it would have to be a coordinated, show me a release date. That's all right. God damn, exactly. But it has to be that freaking coordinated, right? I don't know, man. But it's pretty wild. But again, I showed you the facts. I showed you exactly the reviews. I showed you where it is on sales, what's playing on it. So, yeah. It won the award. Congratulations to them. But I know that Venom, incredible. Nah, man, there was tons of stuff. I was surprised of how much of Spider-Man 2 was kept under wraps when I was going through it. Definitely. Yeah, I know, Shadowlink. I gotcha. Saying a sequel is always more of the same. But no, you could always do more, And again, I hate using the same games, but Forbidden West, incredible, and Ragnarok. Really, it shows you what you can do with a sequel. And it's not like Microsoft has never done that before. Look what they did with Halo 2. Halo 3. Look what they did with Halo 1 to Halo 2. Look what they did with Gears 1 to Gears 2. It's not like Microsoft can't do it. That's the most frustrating part. I know they could do it if they wanted to. My question has always been, why don't they want to? Why don't they want to make...
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to...
And one thing I always see when I hear that thing, the thing that really grinds my gears is when he says, if we go off and make great games, not that we are making great games. If we go off and make, what do you mean go off? Shouldn't that be what you're doing? I always found that line so irritating.
I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way.
If we go off and make great games, I'm like, whoa, what do you mean if we go off? That should be your standard. Your standard of practice, your SOP would be every game should ship with quality. What do you mean if you would go off?
Would you ship that?
It's just such a strange word. It seems like that's not what you're doing. And that means if you just stopped what you're doing and went off and made great games, wait, so your path is not making great games? Exactly, right, T. Harris? It was very telling because it doesn't seem like that's the priority, is making great games. It's sort of that was an excuse to say, we're not making great games. And that was the worst. Feel like it has to be an ultimate low point. It has to be. I'm just in shock. I'm like, who the hell says that? If we just build great games, and then looking at the sales of the console, you can make all the lists you want. And these games have been on lists for 3 and 4 years. You could keep making games on your list, but when the rubber hits the road and these games eventually come out, they're never up to par of where the expectations are. And with every delay, with every year that goes by, the expectations are usually bigger and bigger and bigger, thinking that they're cooking. Meanwhile, the gas is off. They're not cooking. They're just waiting. I don't know what they're doing. Season 5 release of Halo Infinite. Xbox had great games, man. They did. What happened? That's the problem. They had great games. They made great deals. Titanfall 1, oh shit, yeah. Who was there? Who made that deal? That's the problem. It's not that they never had great games. They had them. They just took their eye off of doing it. He said it right there. If we just go off and go off. That should be the course that you're on, is making quality games to entice engagement and people to come to your platform wherever your platform is identified as. Your platform could be any, but I don't give you a platform could be on a cereal box. I don't care. But your goal is to make engaging quality games that will make people be interested in your platform regardless of what it is. We are beyond the console. Wherever that if it's on PC, if it's on cloud, it all starts with great games. And you have to start there. You can't do what you did to Crackdown 3. You destroyed your franchises. Crackdown 3, nobody cares about Crackdown. Thank you very much for you guys. Halo Infinite Season 5 came out. You can't even get a blip above 10,000. You're not bringing people back with Halo Infinite Season 5. That came and went. Forge came and's there. Forge is filling up the gap. What? What are we doing here? No, it's not. It's Cap, dude. Better than ever. Mm-hmm. Keep telling yourself those lies. Hey, that's your struggle. The rest of us see the writing on the wall and see what's going on here. And if you love Redfall, enjoy. You should want more people to play Redfall. Microsoft should want more people to play Redfall because it's so enjoyable to some. How's that DLC coming? You bought the Bite Back edition, Aaron. You bought that Bite Back edition. Isn't that supposed to come with 2 extra characters?
Would you ship that? What you just played?
What's that Bite Back edition?
We ain't found shit.
But anyway, grinders. So, speaking of a goodbye, yeah, that's right. Phil Spencer can't compete with Herman Holtz splits. Quality splits.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer, baby, let's go! Yes! Yes!
There you go.
Yes! Yes!
I cannot believe that was a highlight of last year. Sounded like that guy gave birth to his child. I understand. Never understand the excitement for another person. Like, I mean, on that one. But anyway, grinders, I got a song for you. Hit that like button. Where are we at? I don't even know where we're at with this impromptu gaming Grindhouse stream. Where are we at? We're just over 100. Let's get up that 100, and I'm gonna hit you with a new goodbye song. And where is it? Here it is. Oh yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, everybody, we got you. I'm gonna hit you a new goodbye song. Yeah, giving that full screen. All right, Grind, hit that like button and keep it locked here. Subscribe if you're new to the Gaming Grindhouse. We have some fun clips rocking with the VIPs. And we got 3 Mile Island coming in with 20 months VIP grinder. He goes, Xbox don't make great games because they never wanted to add to the gaming only extra profit. They made games to break into the industry in 2001, but no longer. Hey, 3 Mile Island with the drop down facts. There you go. 20 minutes. They I did feel that early on they did want to add to gaming. I think Xbox Live added a lot to online gaming, kind of revolutionized that. I think they did a great job doing that in the console, and I think there was a time that they wanted to. But then Microsoft got their hands on Xbox, and in order for it to survive, it needed to be fit the Microsoft way, not the Xbox way. And I think that's where things went awry, and it went awry near the end of the 360. When Donnie D came in and, kind of said, let's go Connect and let's go casuals, and then started a new console, selling it to moms and dads, telling them that they can record that on their TV and yell at their Xbox instead of making that gaming console for the gamer and then focusing on everybody else later. They went right to the moms and dads and to the entertainment console. They went the wrong way. They lost the mind share of the gamer because they didn't focus on the games. They focused on all the other aspects because they were trying to grab that big audience. And they're still doing it to this day. They're sacrificing their core franchises and quality games in the sense to put it everywhere else where people really don't care. Little Timmy on a phone doesn't really care about these games. You got to make great games, and then word of mouth carries that to little Timmy to tell him to go check it out. You don't brand it to the people that don't even know your brand. You brand it to the people that understand it and could appreciate the quality, and then those people go out, and then they will do word of mouth going, you got to check this out. Look this, you could do this. That's how it works. And I saw a lot of people talking about the Sony mindshare, and that's how it works. You start with the people that appreciate it, the people that invest, and then from there, it goes out. And word of mouth, dude, what are you playing on? I'm going to go get a console. What are you going to get? Everybody's playing on PlayStation. Oh, okay, cool. I'll get it. Just like that. Boom. Yo, I saw that Spider-Man game. Wake up. Oh, Spider-Man. That's how you go. Dude, I'm going to get a console this week. What should I get? Should I get an Xbox? Like, nah, we don't play on that anymore. We play on PlayStation. Oh, okay, cool. Just like that. And the more and more that happens, the more and more it spreads out. And now it's 3-1. Just like that. Those people are not researching Phil Spencer's diaries. They're not looking at where Herman Holtz is. They care less about roadmaps. They just want to know what's the good thing to get. And if you make a good thing, people will recommend that good thing. And then that's how you grow. That's how you expand. But when you lose your core audience and they're like, we feel like second fiddle, Phil. Phil, why are you not focusing on Xbox? Why is it the most powerful console but doesn't have the best version of the game? Why do we feel second class? Those people are not going around saying go get an Xbox is the best thing. No. They're struggling. Because he pissed on the... He said, well, I'll come down and shake your hand. Oh, okay, but... Dude, what should I buy? Xbox? Why? Oh, I talked to Phil Spencer. He says it's good. Wait, why are you buying an Xbox? Oh, because Phil Spencer's really great with the community. No, who's buying an Xbox because Phil Spencer talks to the community? Go buy a PlayStation. You could play these games. Like, that don't make sense. You focus on your core audience, the people that, and with games. Friggin' games. How do we get out of the conversation of great games of not playing great games? It's everything else. That's what Microsoft wants you to think. It's everything else. No, it's about games, Phil. It's about great games. That's where you start. That's what you do. Whether you make them or you go buy them. You make them exclusive. Great games drive content. Content is king. Especially in the service world that you want. If you put a bunch of okie dokie stuff in there, stuff from 2011, in your service, Game Pass, nobody's signing up this month. All right? Resident Evil 4 is out there. You just put Resident Evil 2 in there. You should have 2, 3, and 4. Come on now. But anyway, grinders, hit that like, share it out, and keep it locked here to the Gaming Grindhouse because there's more to come. And let's, in memorandum, let's say goodbye to games and Game Pass.
You know, saying goodbye is never easy. But sometimes it's our only choice. let's do this. The game you love might leave, so play before it goes. And check the app for leaving soon. It's important that you know ahead of time to prepare for your last goodbyes. Load up your favorite game and play it for the final time. Goodbye, game. I love you.
Oh, Grinders, thank you again. What a great show. Hit that like button, share it out. I'll talk to everyone.